Hi there, this is Niki Rowland for Hip Kit Club, and today I'm making a layout using the main kit only. So this is the January kit that I'm working with today, but I'm only using the main kit. However, I've cheated slightly and added a sheet of white cardstock because I don't do well on pattern paper backgrounds. So I thought I would just add one sheet of white and hope that that's okay. My assignment for today, other than just using the main kit, is to use machine stitching and to do some fussy cutting. So both of those appear on my layout. So I'm starting off, I'm making a fairly simple layout today. I have this photo of my two older children who just fight like crazy all the time. So I'm making a love-hate relationship layout about them. So I'm starting off by making the background. So I've chosen the white cardstock and put a border around it using that really gorgeous green Pinkfresh paper, Everyday Musings, and that's just around the edge. I've taken the middle out as well, so I've got some spare of that to use, and then I've created this line down the middle of the layout using strips of the Dear Lizzie pattern paper, the black and white stripes, and I've stuck several different strips of paper down the middle, and then I have gone and added lots of machine stitching in a navy thread using my sewing machine. So what I'm doing here is just pulling the threads through from the front onto the back. I don't like threads hanging around on my layout. I like all the ends to be neatly secured on the back. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to have my photo at the top of the layout, and I'm going to have a small cluster. I want this layout to be simple because I want the line in the middle to really show up, and the word love on one side and the word hate on the other side. So I really want this layout to be fairly straightforward and simple so that that design really stands out. So my photo is going to go at the top of the page. I've pulled out a few pieces of ephemera to go behind it, and I'm going to add a bit more to that as well. And then I've got these words love and hate that I've made using the Chamel Head in the Clouds thickers that came in this month's kit, and I've created little lines to go underneath my words, and that's just by cutting out one of the Pinkfresh Studio Everyday Musings frames. I've also put a frame under my photo, and there's another one that's going to go in there as well. So I'm just creating this little photo stack for my photo to sit on, and then I've got the love and the hate titles either side of the line. I'm also now writing a label, or putting a little label across the line towards the bottom, and I'm writing fine line on there and putting an arrow so that it says that, you know, so the phrase is supposed to be the love. There's a fine line between love and hate, and there certainly is in my family. So yeah, so that's the point of this layout, and I've got this bigger cluster at the top for my photo. I'm creating smaller clusters underneath the words, and then I'm creating another small cluster at the bottom of the layout as well. I say I wanted this layout to be quite simple, and for the design principle, the page divided in two with the love and the hate either side of it, I wanted that to be the main focus of this layout. So yeah, I'm just working on that and keeping everything else fairly simple and straightforward. So I'm just getting everything stuck in place now, and seeing what else I can add in. So I wanted to bring out that cluster at the top a little bit further, so I've put that label sticker in. I've put a chipboard flower at the top, and I'm just making sure that the photo is securely fastened. And then I've added a little bit more machine stitching through the titles. Alphabets tend to fall off, especially chipboard ones, because they're not pliable, and therefore they need securing in place. So often I would use some extra strong glue, or I would sew through them with my sewing machine, which is what I've done today. So literally a couple of lines straight through the letters. My sewing machine has no problem going through chipboard letters. It's really not a problem at all. And now I'm using the other part of my assignment, or working on the other part of my assignment, which was to include some fussy cutting. So I've pulled out two of the Pinkfresh papers. One has the little birds on it, so I've cut out two of those, and it's great that they go in two different directions so that they can effectively look at each other, and I've got one underneath love and one underneath hate, and then I'm fussy cutting out some cups as well. The cups go well with a picture of my two children. They're a bit obsessed with drinking tea on hot chocolate and that kind of thing, so they work perfectly well for me on this layout, and I'm just getting those stuck in place. So I fussy cut 3 cups and 2 birds and incorporated those into my little clusters. I'm now just adding some little details using the Chamel Head in the Clouds enamel dots shapes. They've got stars, diamonds and circles, and I've also added some hearts, gold hearts from that beautiful Pinkfresh Studio Everyday Musings puffy sticker sheet too. So that is me done with a very simple layout today for Hip Kit Club using the main kit only. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.